Hello everyone, I'm Dan Philgreen, and this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, April the 10th. On today's show, FineMark Bank tells us why investing in gold has its pitfalls. We'll also talk about Echo, the educational farm in North Fort Myers where several Shell Point residents volunteer. But first, we have this tech tip for anyone who is learning how to use a computer. Actually, all of us are always learning something new about computers, and everyone has a different level of experience. That's why Shell Point's Computer College has classes for beginners, intermediate, and experts. So, which computer classes are right for you? Find out this Saturday at the Computer College Roundup. All of the computer instructors will be on hand to describe their classes, and you can even pre-register right at the event. The Computer College Roundup happens this Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. Even a little bit of computer knowledge can go a long way. For example, when you hear people talk about networks, do you think about broadcast networks like ABC, NBC, or CBS? Or perhaps you think about business lunches where you network with other people. Well, computer networks are actually a little bit of both. When computers talk to each other, it means they can share photos, videos, internet connections, and much more. Here's Brian Gainey with a quick tech tip about networks.
Hi, this is Brian Gainey, Technology Services Coordinator with Shell Point, with today's Tech Tip. Networking. I think we've all heard the term. What is it? Well, it's kind of like a small group of people getting together talking, except for with your computers. The internet is a great example of a huge network. Why is it important? Well, in your own home, if you have pictures or files that you want to share amongst one computer to the next, a network will help you do that. There are several different kinds of networks. For example, you can have all the computers in one room, all wired together. Or, we've started using wireless technology that will let you do the same thing across several rooms with no wires needed. If you need any help setting these up, feel free to give me a call at 454-8248, or you can email me at briangainey@shellpoint.org.
Well, folks, tax time is upon us, with the final IRS deadline coming on April 15th, which is this Monday. FineMark Bank can take at least some of the sting out of tax time by answering the simple question, what do I do with my old financial documents? On page 19 of your Shell Point Life magazine, Tiffany Williams of FineMark Bank offers advice on what to keep and what to shred. FineMark is also offering a free shredding event on April 30th, where you can bring all unnecessary financial documents to be safely and securely shredded for free. And for information about this shredding event, you can contact FineMark Bank at 461-5999. With so much volatility in the investment field, many people are flocking to buy gold, which they believe is a rock-solid investment. But where there is money to be made, there are also scammers who are looking to take advantage of the gold rush by offering fake products and other frauds. How can you safely invest in gold and steer clear of the scams? Let's find out from Tiffany Williams.
The rising price of gold is drawing some sneaky con artists out of the woodwork. Hello, I'm Tiffany Williams. In today's FineMark Minute, we're talking about gold scams. Unfortunately, I've heard several stories lately about people getting conned into turning over their hard-earned money for overpriced gold coins and coins that will not appreciate in value. The scam artists often use high-pressure tactics to get people to buy coins they generally would not be buying. Unfortunately, the gold industry in this country is not regulated, so gold dealers do not have to disclose their markups and the melt values of the coins they sell. There are many gold companies currently being investigated for misleading tactics and selling overpriced coins. It's very important to protect yourself before you get ripped off by these scammers. One way you can do that is by doing your due diligence and relying on trade groups. The Industry Council for Tangible Assets and the Professional Numismatics Guild are two leading gold coin groups. They can be helpful when it comes to weeding out some of the unsavory dealers. The U.S. government minted coins come with guaranteed purity, weight, and content certification. It is recommended that you go through a certified dealer and not a private party where counterfeits may be more prevalent. There are never any guarantees, and it's always buyer beware. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always stop by our office on the island and we'll try and help you. Or give us a call at 461-5999. With today's FindMark Minute, I'm Tiffany Williams.
This morning, a ShellPoint group left for a resort services trip to Echo Farm in North Fort Myers. ECHO stands for Educational Concerns for Hunger Organization, and they have the unique mission of using agriculture to help people's lives around the world. The Echo Farm thrives on volunteers, and as it turns out, many ShellPoint residents are not just willing, but excited to get their hands in the dirt to help out. We talked to several ShellPoint volunteers about ECHO.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath, and I'm outdoors at the lagoon on the island talking with Dick Gallagher of Periwinkle, and we're talking about something that happens outdoors in North Fort Myers, and it is so interesting that it's going to take a number of us to tell you about it. We're talking about ECHO. Thanks for joining me, Dick.
ECHO stands for Educational Concerns for Hunger Organization. It's, as she said, located in North Fort Myers. Every Wednesday morning there's a group of us that leave here at 7:15 in the morning approximately, and we carpool out to ECHO, and when we get there we're gophers. We do just about what the facilities people or the farm people would like to have us do.
Dick, give us a little idea about some of the things you gophers do. What's something you've done in the past at ECHO?
Well, I tell you, Roger over here and I 2 weeks ago, we were crawling around on our hands and knees on the bathroom floor, replacing the hold-down bracket that holds the toilet to the floor. I have spent time crawling around underneath chicken houses, putting in wire so that the raccoons wouldn't eat the legs off the chickens. I've been up pine trees, cutting limbs off. That's one of the first jobs I had out there 13 years ago. So it's you can find yourself doing almost anything.
Now, what brought you to ECHO?
Actually, Dick and Tom recruited me. I work in the wood shop, and as soon as I showed up, they said, "You want to come to ECHO?"
Tell us some of the things you've done there.
Well, I've only actually been there twice, and we built some tables, and then I helped crawl around the floor to fix the toilet.
So a lot of this emanates from the camaraderie in the workshop, in the wood shop here at ShellPoint, doesn't it?
The wood shop is where I originally got recruited, and that's we do use that as a basis of operation.
It seems that you probably have a lot of experience in that wood shop. That comes in handy for an organization with so many needs.
Tremendous. As you get around and talk to Tom, he'll tell you about some of the stuff that we've built for ECHO, and the proceeds have gone back to ECHO.
We had a project going on for the last 2 or 3 years that emanated from a mahogany tree that was grown out at ECHO, planted originally by the founder of ECHO, Dr. Martin Price, when he first got there. And that tree grew from a seedling in a little tin can up to a tree that was 7.5 feet in circumference. That tree came partially down during the hurricane in 2004. They slabbed up the wood from that tree and just put it away, stored it in a barn. Dick and I saw that wood, and it was rough. You couldn't really tell what it was. We decided to bring some back to the wood shop and plane it and see what it was. Well, it turned out to be absolutely beautiful. So Dick and I got the idea of building originally some tables and benches and that sort of thing. We built 15 from that particular tree and started selling them at the ShellPoint Craft Show and the Art Show primarily. We even put one in the gift shop at one time. And built other objects as time went on, and later on other people in the wood shop got involved and built all kinds of things out of that same tree and sold them, and all that money has gone back to ECHO. We still have some objects out in their bookstore made from that tree that they sell. Nice. And we've donated them. But we've actually, hundreds of hours have gone into that project, and we've returned almost $6,000 to ECHO from that. In addition to that, we take on other projects simply for ECHO directly in the wood shop. We've built tables and cabinets and a myriad of things, and so that's another aspect of volunteering for ECHO.
Well, I've been involved principally in the tool room and the hardware store out there, trying to maintain it and straighten it out. Yeah, but one thing incidental to that tree, that beautiful mahogany, African mahogany, I inherited the scraps from their projects and made birds out of them. And those birds are sold in the gift shop out there. So that's another aspect of that precious tree that came down out there.
Dick Gallagher recruited me, came over before I was even unpacked, and asked me if I'd like to work over there. I'm a builder by trade, retired of course, and I thought, boy, this sounds just down my line. So we've been going over there ever since, and getting a lot of involvement in a lot of different things. It's a great time. We have a good time doing it, and it's for a wonderful purpose.
Both Dick and Tom recruited me to come out as well, and I've been here for about 4 years, and in the last 2 years I've been volunteering at ECHO. And I would concur and second this great group of guys. I enjoy just traveling together and dedicating half a day a week out there, and anything we're asked to do, we do. Most of my involvement has been building something with Dick and Tom and some of those guys, but yesterday we were out and somebody needed a line fence built, and there was a local farmer that needed help, and I have a farm up north that we go to in the summer, so we jumped in and finished it in half a day.
It must have been like
he was delighted, and I was too.
Angels coming out of heaven.
You've got it.
What we do, our time really saves them a lot of money because they would have to pay other people to do it. And so we use the skills that God has given us to help out at the farm. And we do some interesting jobs, as Kyle and I did about a week ago. The ducks were escaping, so we had to repair a fence.
We work in the garden, planting seeds and replanting, potting, weeding. We've planted, I suppose, hundreds, if not thousands, of moringa trees. And they also run a large retail plant store there. Well worthwhile anybody visiting to see some of the plants that ECHO has for sale to the public, as well as the seeds that go overseas.
Well, I've been out there since 2006 in the wintertime. We go home to Michigan in the summer. But we've enjoyed it. If you do come out, don't bring good clean clothes. You get them like this when you whitewash all of the plastic fences around there and take the slime off with chlorine. But there's many interesting jobs, great rewarding, and we have a wonderful time just camaraderie going and coming. It's about a half an hour trip almost going out there and coming back. We stop maybe to one of the little cheap restaurants, and we have a good time with the group.
Yes, I've been involved since about 9 years ago, and been very satisfied with all the many things I was able to do and help with all the rest of these fellas that are so handy with mechanical things. But over and above that, which is important because that's what keeps it going, we have 50 acres of land, and we're not farmers, but we are growing seeds and things to the glory of God to enhance the hunger and the lifestyles of people in the third world country. So that is one of our major efforts in the overall program.
I think that knowing there is a further purpose in addition to being able to actually nail something down or fix things or, do what's needed on any given day, to know that you're helping to contribute to an organization who gives seeds and knowledge throughout the world instead of just money. That must be a precious gift.
That is very true what you're saying. We have developed methods for the people to grow 24% more rice on the same plot of land that they have now.
I guess you can tell that there's a lot going on at ECHO. But one of the things we're here to talk about today is we need to have a lot more going on at ECHO. We're looking for some volunteers.
We're looking for volunteers out there, and it's been mentioned here a couple of times is that some people got recruited in the wood shop by me, and originally I got recruited in the wood shop 13 years ago by Stan Arnson, who has passed away. I might talk about a lot of the people that have passed on before us. Paul Josephson and Stan recruited me, and the shirt that I'm wearing belonged to Stan originally. It's a little raggy now, but after he passed away, his wife said, "You wear it," and I wear it proudly. Yeah.
Let's make sure that there's somebody that Dick Gallagher can pass this shirt on to. If you're interested, give Dick Gallagher a call or give me a call, and I'll remind you were going to call Dick Gallagher. This is Terry Coleth with some wonderful guys.
It's time to cover all of today's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your menus and Village Church connections.
Welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Suzanne Zavada, and I have here with us today Volunteer Coordinator Melody Desolé, and we're going to go over everything happening at Shell Point today. Let's start off this morning with a trip to Echo Farm for a tour. Court pickups will begin at 7:45 on the island, 8 o'clock at the Woodlands, and 8:15 at Eagles Preserve. Sign up is required. Also at 7:45, we have the Men's Bible Study Group meeting in the Osprey Room on the island. At 9 o'clock, Jurassic Travel will be in the Egret Room on the island. And also at 9, we have the Men's Match Play Tennis Group meeting out at the courts at the Woodlands. At 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will meet at the Commons Lake at the Woodlands. And also at 10:15, we have the Women's Ministry Global Outreach in the Social Center on the island. At 11:30, we'll have a Health Connections, Agility and Flexibility meeting in the Health Club on the island. Now here's Melody to go over the afternoon.
Thank you, Suzanne. Well, we start in the Library Lounge at 1 o'clock with chess. At 1:30, we have the Model Train Room open for tours, and that ends at 3:30. At 1:45, the Health Connections Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 is being held in the Health Club. Now at 2 o'clock outside on the pickleball court, we have a game of pickleball. At 2:30, head over to the Grand Cypress Room for the sounds of jazz and stuff. At 3 o'clock in the community room at King's Crown, we have Bible study. Also at 3, there's a couple more options for you. A Health Connections Pilates stretch. It's $5 per class, no sign-up required in the Health Club. And we also have the Memory Care Group meeting in the 3rd floor craft room of the King's Crown, and sign-up is required for that group. At 4:30 in the Health Club, we have indoor bocce. And at 5:45, the church choir rehearsal will take place at the Village Church Choir Room. We wrap up Wednesday evening with 7:15 Prayer and Praise with Andy Hawkins in the Village Church. Thank you so much for joining Suzanne and me. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is Dijon pork tenderloin with saffron rice and braised red cabbage. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $11.95, and the soup is pasta fagioli. In the Island Cafe for lunch, enjoy a roast beef panini with peppers, onions, and chips for $6.95. The dinner special is grilled shrimp for $7.95. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Wednesday are triple tail for $16.95 or grilled scallops for $18.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, I'm Randy Woods, and I want to tell you again, remind you of our upcoming concert, Women Who Dare to Believe. As part of the Season of Praise concert series, this final program in the series on Sunday night, April 21st at 6:15, this program is very unique. It is a contemporary musical drama staged by two actresses, Nan Gurley and Bonnie Keene. And together they will present in a musical drama the story of over 21 women of the Bible from the Old Testament and the New. Those ladies that pushed against the pressures of culture during their day, and with hope they dared to believe and trust God to work in and through them to accomplish His purposes. This is one of those programs that you surely do not want to miss on Sunday night, April 21st. Stop by the church and get your tickets. And just as a preview, listen and watch with me as we consider this presentation coming up here as the Season of Praise, Women Who Dare to Believe.
Two veteran actresses bring to life 21 women from the Scriptures. Bonnie Keene and Nan Gurley portray the women God used to fulfill the covenant and bring in the Messiah. With cutting-edge dialogue, original music, and creative interaction with the audience, this 90-minute musical will inspire viewers with the stories of women who dared to believe and pushed against the pressures and culture of their day. The scarlet thread of hope runs through the stories of Rahab, Tamar, Leah and Rachel, Deborah and Esther, Anna and Mary. Like women today, these women knew this was their hour. This was their moment. On a bare stage, two women using 20 feet of scarlet fabric leave audiences breathless with the stories of the blood of Jesus running through time, from the garden to the empty tomb.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we talk to resident family members who love staying at the Shell Point Guest House. We'll also preview this weekend's Shell Point Quilt Show, which will celebrate the theme, My Heritage. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, April 10th. I'm Dan Filgreen, and from all of us at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.